only way to expose the truth is to be indecent. Two men might just be indecent enough to do it. Enter a wannabe amateur disc golfer who reads Reddit threads and a fake cowboy who lifts weights. This is Indecent Exposure. It's time to plunge down the rabbit hole with your hosts, Ryan and Sam. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to you, sir.
Welcome to you, man. It's so good to be here.
It's good for you to be here.
I think
it's good for me to be here.
And likewise, I am so excited to start this endeavor, this journey, and folks, we have no idea what is going to transpire during this series, how it's going to, kind of develop and whatnot. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen.
Me too.
It's gonna be good times. So Ryan,
this feels like a Michael Scott quote.
Yeah, right. It's a sentence that I started and I just don't really know where it's going. Yeah, that's how I literally every sentence of my life goes. So,
well, I would say every time in the past when we've recorded anything, that's how it's gone.
Well, yeah, I mean, we first did a podcast. Like 4 or 5 years ago when I first met you.
Long ago.
Was it?
Have I known you for 5 years?
I think so.
I've known you for 5 years.
Yeah. I think we started our first job in 2018.
5 years this month, actually.
Yeah. About
2017.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it 2018?
No, I think you're right. Yeah, 2017.
It was 2017.
And this guy hated me. So I think I think we should at least introduce ourselves and at least like how we met and like how we came to be good friends.
Yeah.
So
I
Ryan,
think to start, I'm going to clear the air and make sure everyone understands that you're the amateur disc golfer.
I am.
Who
I
reads
know.
Reddit threads, and I'm the fake cowboy that lifts weights.
Yeah, he lifts a lot of weights, and
thanks for Deb for pointing that out.
Yeah, thanks, Deb. Piece of. Anyways. So Ryan and I, we started a job together, 5 years ago? Yeah.
2017.
2017. And we started the same day, and I was like, hey, we should like be buddies because we started the same day. We thought it was going to be a good time. And then apparently, what'd you say? You didn't like me or something like that?
I hated you, dude. It wasn't that I didn't like you. I physically hated you.
Hated me. And why was that?
It was, I don't even know if it was, I can't remember when we got our seating assignment. Were we already sitting across from each other?
Yeah. Oh, remember. Yeah. You had to stare into my beautiful blue eyes every day.
Yeah, it was that, and I had to listen to you, and I just remember you were a talker, and we had that meeting in the fishbowl or whatever back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember, they were, saying stuff, and, you would always have some, snarky comment. I was like, God damn, this guy always has fucking something to say. And so that's how I thought I was going to go the whole time. I was like, this dude's always going to have some shit to say. Yeah. He's going to piss me off during my tenure here.
Right.
And then I think it was I don't know. When was the first time we actually, hung out?
I think it was 3 months in. We had a happy hour with our respective account managers at that time.
Okay.
And I don't know if maybe some alcohol, did the business to be able to be like, hey man, I'm not against you or anything. I'm with you sort of thing. And I don't know what it was, but eventually we just got along. I don't know what it was. I cannot pinpoint the night when we finally became good friends, but it was something just turned around. And then we just started fucking with each other at work. Just because we used to be recruiters, for everyone that doesn't know our history. And so we had to make 50 phone calls a day, minimum. And so then we would just be fucking each other and hey, call this guy this word and whatever. And then it was just well, I don't know if I can say that. And then Ryan would be staring at me while I'm making a serious phone call. And he'd be fucking with me. And I would just end up dying laughing. I just
hanging up. Yeah. Just hanging up the call.
Right. Yeah. I think my favorite phone call was when I called a guy Reginald. His name was Reginald.
Yeah.
And I kind of misread that. So
Reginald.
Good old Reginald.
He didn't get a job.
Anywho, this podcast, what's it about, Ryan?
Well, I mean, we did the pilot.
What are we trying to do? Oh, shit. Yeah.
Which I sent you.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's going to be weird for people to watch this episode and then the pilot will already be out and they'll be like, we already watched the pilot.
Right. We already know.
So
what are we talking about today? Well,
we were going to go a little bit into the Alex Berenson stuff, and people might be like, well, that's just news. That's not really like it is conspiracy, because the undertones is that it wasn't just Twitter kicking him off their platform. It was a little deeper than that. He has evidence that the Biden administration had staffers that actually pressured Twitter into kicking him off.
Yeah, I remember.
I read through his Substack a little bit. Yeah, I read through his Substack a little bit, and he has some of it documented, and he has the emails. So, but first, I'm going to play the clip of the day.
All right.
I don't know this is the thing we're going to do, but this is a clip of the day. I just love this clip.
I like it. Let's do it.
This is Kamala Harris talking about the passage. About the passage of time.
Don't come. I'm going to come.
I'm going to come. She's talking about the passage of time. And this is from C-SPAN.
By the way, before he posts this, we're not trying to be political. We're going to talk about political sides. We're going to talk about both sides of every spectrum. However you perceive it is however you perceive it, and that's totally fine. That's open to debate, and that's what we're here for. So take it for what it is, and listen to all the facts of the story, and just don't try to judge one side or the other. So, as you were saying,
if I may,
you may.
Kamala Harris talking about the passage of time.
This is an issue that Josie actually
fucking hate her
in terms of the importance of
just
this.
Like how she talks.
The governor and I we were all
just listen to this
doing a tour of the library here, and talking about the significance of the passage of time. Right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time when we think about a day in the life of our children and what that means to the future of our nation, depending on whether or not they have the resources they need to achieve their God-given talent.
I don't know what the fuck she just... Yeah, what the fuck she just saying?
What is she talking about?
Like...
What is she talking about?
She said nothing in that entirety.
All she said was that the passage of time was significant.
Was just passage of time. Yeah, I'm down with the clip of the day, because I'd love to do stuff like that with even Donald Trump, because he said some shit in the past. But like
he's gold, comedy gold.
Oh, comedy gold. And I know Joe Biden's like been written all over about like what he says every single day, you know. And we can play a clip of the day, but what the fuck was she talking about?
Dude, I love that clip. I love that clip. The passage of time.
The
significance of the passage of time.
It's just
significant as the time
about the passage of time. I don't know. Ryan, I don't know what's going on within the past like 20 years, or not even 20 years, like past 10 years of politics, but it just seems like it's just
getting dumber.
They're just like, they're dumb as like you seen like the TikTok videos where they're like asking people in Times Square, they're like, how many seasons are there? And they're like 82. And you're like,
and he's like,
guys, and the guy's like, yes, yes. Yeah. I feel like everyone's getting dumber. And I just have a hard time believing that's the average American, which I really don't think that's it. I really don't think that's it. But there's a lot of Americans out there, I think, that are just dumb as fuck. And that's fine, I guess. But those are the same people voting for your local politicians. And state and country, and it's just kind of scary, right? So anyways, let's talk about Alex Berenson a little bit. So this guy, Berenson, tomato.
That's something people are going to have to get used to.
Berenson.
Fuck names up.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Like I said before, if you're listening, I go and talk and then don't think about what I'm supposed to say for the last part of the sentence. So he's the only person, right, that was actually banned from Twitter and then got reinstated his Twitter account, right? Because
he took legal action.
Right.
He took Twitter to court and he won his legal battle.
I forget what he and I think I had it written in the notes here, but what he took it under what pretext? Like no one else has done it under a certain it's a certain law that's been ruled kind of like the Supreme Court's been Massamena's sometimes we rule against it, sometimes we don't. But what's shocking is that, and I'm not gonna, I guess I am going back to the politics thing, is that it feels, in my opinion, that he's the only right-wing person to get banned and then reinstated, only under the pretext that because he found out, how did he find out the information about Biden?
So he got reinstated. Because
that's really interesting. Let me adjust my camera.
Okay. He got reinstated because he attacked Section 230 of Twitter's policy. And let me see if I can find...
Sure.
I don't know if there's any information on the Section 230 had something to do with, I want to say, Twitter's liability. And, you know how they make rules on what you can and can't say. And Section 230 has something to do with that they have to be able to hold themselves accountable to the same rules that they apply to the platform.
Right.
And I think he was able to use that against them. And the court found in favor of him that he was correct.
And during the GRE episode, didn't they say that oh shit, I just forgot my train of thought, but that most people that use his brain of logic that were banned was just because of the administration. What he said wasn't wrong or anything, statistically correct. And here's an article from Wikipedia. And I'll share this real quick so that everyone can see this.
I shared that too.
So here we go. COVID-19 pandemic. So early in 2020, COVID-19 pandemic, Berenson vocally argued that people in the media were overestimated the risk of the new virus, that it posed little risk to young Americans, and that it was being used as a cover for government overreach, which I think we can all kind of agree at that point, now that we know that they came out, and 3 months ago, that they're unvaccinated people, you're good now. Mm-hmm. And which was crazy that they were just making unvaccinated people just the crumbs of the earth sort of people. To continue on in this COVID, many public health experts have rejected his claims, which is crazy. Again, and
well, I think
I have an opinion.
Contextually, it says early in 2020, so I could see why they would do it then, but.
Obviously, and I can agree with you. So continue. In May of 2020, which was 2 months after the outbreak, reached pandemic levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fox News announced that Berenson would host a TV show called COVID Contrarian on its online streaming platform, Fox Nation. However, by July 2020, amid surges in coronavirus cases across parts of the United States, Fox News appeared to have backtracked and removed the announcement of its show of the website. In 2021, Berenson tweeted that COVID-19 vaccinations had led to 50 times more adverse effects than the flu vaccine, which is crazy. And I'll explain my career in a second because I have 2 points on this, actually. Now I'm reading this. PolitiFact rated the claim mostly false. The Atlantic, I don't know who PolitiFact is, and maybe we should check those resources.
Fact checker.
And the Atlantic called him the pandemic's wrongest man, owning to his false claims of the vaccine's ineffectiveness. On January 25th, 2022, Berenson appeared on the Fox News show Tucker Carlson Tonight, declaring that the existing mRNA vaccines are dangerous and ineffective against COVID-19, and further demanding that they be withdrawn from the market immediately. The Washington Post's Philip Bump denounced Carlson for inviting Berenson on, despite his proven track record of misinformation and cherry picking, and observed that the Berenson's claim were unchallenged, which is crazy that they would say that in the first place. I will put the Twitter reinstatement in a second, but I just want to point out something. So I said at the very beginning in early 2020. So I work in clinical research. I work for a company I'm not going to name because I don't want to get fired for any reason that this may gain, extreme publicity. I work for a major clinical research organization. Basically, what we do is we help pharmaceutical companies control trials, and basically, like, they give out services that we can conduct for them to help them run and successfully complete trials. Most trials, and mostly the ones that I'm involved in right now, are cancer trials, which last about, on average, depending on the phase, 12 to 15 years before a drug is legitimate, that you can get it prescribed by a doctor, that can give it to a person knowing that it's safe and that it does something effective to that patient, right? Mm-hmm. Most vaccines take around the same amount of time. Like, if you have the right indications, you have the right people, you have everything going for you, you're still looking about 3 to 7 years. 3 years on the short end. We produced that vaccine in 18 months? At the least, maybe like a year. That was really troublesome. I got the vaccine because everyone was telling me to get the vaccine. My wife was telling me to get the booster and all of that, and everyone was getting shamed if they didn't get the vaccine. And I'm looking at it in my world of clinical research, and I'm just like, scratching my head. Guys, this, to get like FDA clearance, usually this takes, even if you're fast tracked, like 3 years at the minimum to get that produced. It was like really concerning, and we don't really know what the long-term side effects are. So like we might see that in years to come. Hopefully not. I really hope that Moderna and Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, but let's just hope that those three companies did their due diligence, because we had a good sample size. I'll give them that, right? Like, a lot of people had COVID. A lot of people had COVID. So we kind of knew what was going on, but we don't know about mRNA spike proteins that well. Even the guy that created some of the vaccines for mRNA,
who was also banned from Twitter,
right, was like, this is way too early to do something like this. And so it's just like, I'm looking at people that are just, I think, so manipulated by the media, saying, oh, you got to do this and this and this, and if you don't, you're a piece of shit, like Republican that's not looking at research. And you're like, well, no, I literally work in this field, and I don't feel comfortable taking it, but I did because I think I was so convinced by so many other people that I did. And looking back, and now that they're looking at people with, oh, you're unvaccinated, you're fine. And I'm just like, well, look at all the people that lost their jobs and like fought for like what they thought was true. To me, it's not right. I'm not saying that this is a conspiracy. This is just like cold hard facts. So maybe this isn't a good first episode about conspiracy. But anyways,
conspiracy doesn't have to be tinfoil hat.
Right.
The whole point of this was a group of people conspired
right
to pressure Twitter to silence certain people. I'm not saying they did it to a bunch of people, but
they didn't say Twitter was like Twitter was like agreeing with them, right?
Well, you mean like with Alex?
Yeah.
He had people from Twitter that were emailing him saying, "Hey, I don't agree with this decision. I don't think anything that you said was wrong in any way." But
it wasn't like catastrophic or anything.
He wasn't
just
lying.
making a claim.
He wasn't giving misinformation. He was stating research. Like he was literally posting research and statistics and data, and then they came out and said that they had been pressured into doing it. So the reason I think it's
from the White House, right?
From the White House. The reason that it's conspiracy is it's crazy, and it's like who else?
Why would the White House want to conspire against like someone that just says you probably shouldn't take it?
Well, I think it's because it's Twitter, and Twitter's now like it's a platform, but it's also seen as like the town square, like the digital town square. Like, I think a majority of Americans and even people around the world get their news from Twitter, and so it's one of the biggest platforms. I look at
Twitter probably every day, but I'm paying people I'm following are like content creators like Tim the Tabman, stuff, people like that, and then fantasy football guys like Adam Schefter, like those types of guys. So I get like prompts from President Joe Biden, but I really highly doubt Mr. Joe Biden is waking up and getting on his Twitter account and posting stuff. Like, but that's just maybe I'm ignorant. I don't know. I'd like to see him write a tweet if he knows what that is. Anyways, so what was I going to get into? So
another thing too is that the Moderna and Pfizer sealed the data.
Yeah, they had
for
government
72 years.
Yeah, they had government contracts, and they weren't going to relieve that information from the public.
They were sealing the data for 72 years or something like that.
72 years?
Yes. Because then everyone that was a part of that is dead and gone.
So
How are you
it's kind of like
a dead guy?
Right. You can't.
Exactly.
So
that's another part of the conspiracy.
Right. Yeah. No. That's makes you.
Listen, I don't think the vaccine was. I don't think it's a micro. I don't think they're injecting a microchip into you. Or
no.
That.
I don't believe that at all. I think it was just
some people that thought that, and it was just come on.
Like the people that think that they're the lights that are turning purple are 5G that is going to attack your heart or whatever. I think are also fucking idiots. You seen the lights that like you're driving, like the street lamps, and they're purple. Oh, they're in Kansas City. You'll see them. But I've seen them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the 5G." Like our light right outside our house was purple for some minute, and then they like just replaced the bulb, and it was fine. But anyways,
it's 4G now.
Fuck 4G. Anyways, I think it's to any point on people believing that aspect. It just blows my mind. So. But, you can believe what you want. Have fun with it.
Well, it's like you can believe what you want, but at the same time, how do you ignore glaring facts? Like, the problem is that the government was allegedly pressuring Twitter into banning this guy, which leads you to the next question of...
Right.
Who else... Like, were they pressuring Twitter to ban all of these people... that were kind of echoing the same things that Alex was saying?
Sure. So
like Robert Malone, the guy that was like holds the patent for mRNA technology.
which is crazy. He made this technology available so that people can, have vaccines and injections or whatever they're going to create from it. Most of them are vaccines. But here's a Twitter suspension and reinstatement article. Again, it's from Wikipedia. If you want to see the sources, they're all down here. I'm going to trust them for the time being. On August 28, 2021, Twitter permanently suspended Berenson for repeated violations of its policy on COVID-19 misinformation. But after Berenson filed suit in December 2021 demanding reinstatement, Twitter reinstated Berenson's account in early 2022 in a mutually accepted resolution. This reinstatement was referred as significant by The Atlantic, which The Atlantic also claimed up here, if you can see this, the pandemic's wrongest man.
Mm-hmm.
Given that the most social media banned people failed to win their court cases. So what do you say about The Atlantic? Because they're calling them wrong, and then they're coming back a year later and they're like, oh, well, that's pretty significant that they reinstated them, saying that, like, are they coming back and saying, well, shit, maybe they're was he right?
Maybe. Yes, he was right. And that's why they had to reinstate
Obviously.
him.
Yeah. So it's crazy to me that and it's good that they came back and said, hey, this I guess, came back and said, we effed up and we're going to make it right for Alex. But I don't know. It's very odd, but let's count on this. Go ahead.
Okay.
Like how? And sorry, while you're looking that up, I don't know this off the top of my head. I was supposed to do this research, but I didn't, and I apologize. But how many people were canceled during this whole time? That they were
a lot.
Yeah, trying to say I don't want to take the vaccine. Not enough research has been done, and just you look at NFL players for just context. Look at Aaron Rodgers. He was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then the NFL's like, well, he's really good at football. We'll be fine.
Well, there's more to that story too that people didn't tell us about. But here, do you see this page that I have? Is it showing?
I do not.
How the hell? Sure.
There you go.
Oh my god.
There we go.
How's it showing?
Unreported truths, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So here's this is from Twitter's internal Slack channel.
What is Slack?
It's like their messaging.
Okay. It's a team, Microsoft Teams, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So here's some of the messages. Obviously, redacted the names of the people.
Really tough question about Alex Berenson. Hasn't really been kicked off the platform. Otherwise, their questions were pointed, but fair and merciful. We had answers. Okay. Any high-level takeaways from the meeting? Anything we should keep an eye out for? Thanks for clarifying that. And yes, they actually wanted to know about Alex. Sorry, font's kind of small from here.
Yeah.
Andy Slavitt suggested that they had seen data viz that had showed he was an epicenter of disinfo that radiated outwards to the
persuadable public.
I was going to say persubial. It sounds better. Okay.
So this is basically talking about. I think this is kind of the beginning of when's it? Let's see.
April. So basically, we had an initial conversation on the whole thing and said, "Oh, how'd it go?" And they're like, "It was fine." Was there anything bad. But wait, was this from the White House?
No, I think this is referring to like, how was White House?
Yeah, how was the White House involved in this?
Overall, pretty good. They had one really tough question about why Alex Berenson hasn't been kicked off from the platform. Otherwise, their questions were pointed but fair, and mercifully we had answers.
Right, as they should
just
be,
wondering,
right?
Yeah, just wondering. Any high-level takeaways from the meeting? Anything we should keep an eye out for? Thanks for clarifying. And yes, they really want to know about Alex Berenson. And Andy Slavitt suggested they had seen data viz that had showed he was the epicenter of disinfo that radiated outwards to the persuadable public. So this is kind of showing that they met with the White House, and this is kind of when they started to pressure them about kicking him off.
But why is this a thing? Why are you asking? Okay. So I'm just gonna talk out loud for a second. Why are you questioning people that are like targeting people that want to question the extreme narrative, or just any narrative that might be one way or the other? Like, isn't open dialogue obviously, but don't you want open dialogue about what can go good and what could go bad? Or is it just, and this is what pisses me off about fucking America, is it always just like left and right, and like who can win? Are we going to be Republicans? Are we going to be like Democrats? Like, is it just that all the time? Or is it just like, can we just have an open dialogue and discuss what's going to be right for humanity or for our country at any point?
No,
like that's all I want at the end of the day.
It's power struggle.
And it's just so frustrating because Brian, I met you when I think we were both like Republicans, and I've gone more central.
Moderate.
Yeah.
Moderate.
Right.
I mean,
very
I still like conservative.
Yeah. And that's fine. That's totally fine, man.
But I also
I think that we just are just in this, like what you're saying, this power struggle where it's just, we're just fighting against fucking nothing at this point, and we're just fucking each other up. And we're not gaining anything out of anything. And we're like both sides are just frustrated at each other. And maybe like that's, and sure, I get what you're saying, but we're not gaining anything from either side at this point. And that's where my feelings are. Yeah, and it's like this fucking guy.
The biggest issue is that I think a majority of people hang around the center and lean slightly left or slightly right. Most people do that. That's
probably
the majority of Americans.
Probably. But there's probably a lot of swing voters, and that's fine.
Well, I mean, America's always been center right or center left. It's never been extreme right or extreme left. That's never been a thing. It's always been center right.
And I think they paint the picture that most Americans are extreme right or extreme left, right?
That's exactly what they do, because that's the only.
You see that shit
headlines.
on the nose. On the nose. You see that shit on the news where you're just like, oh, you don't want to be a Proud Boy, but you also don't want to be a fucking Antifa person, right?
Yeah.
And you see that on the news every fucking day, and you're just like, there's no way that most Americans are like that. And like most Americans just want to sit down, just be like, I see where you come from, and I want to see where you come from. I think. But I am an average American, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
But
you went
I don't
picture
know.
that for a second, but another issue is when you have the president giving a speech, and it's this ominous dark red lighting behind him, and he's sitting there calling half of America.
I did see that.
And he's calling half of America extremists.
Yeah. I mean, as a president, man, like I even have to go back to Obama days where he was just like, we need to be collective.
But then you're in the same breath, you're divisive,
right?
And you want to go. You're going to go back. You wanted to be the president. He's like, I'll be the president that unites this country. And then here he is talking about how half the country are
You can't
extremists.
call out half the country and just say that they're like extremists. Because let's be honest. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for in 2016, but if I voted for Joe Biden, or in 2016, if I voted for Hillary or I voted for Trump, and someone called me out as a deplorable or a, like what Joe Biden said, or vice versa, I think Trump said there's good people and good people on both sides, in that like causation of burping, of the attacks that day. And I don't remember.
Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of
garbage. So, not the right context that Trump should have ever said anything about that. But I've never seen. Oh, yeah, okay, I take that back. I think I've seen both sides call each other out.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's right, as if you're a president and you want to have your next vote, that you're going to like call out your other side and just be like, well, anyone who voted Republican, they're dead to me. And that's not going to win you any votes, buddy. If I'm a Democrat or a Republican and I'm saying, yeah, every Democrat's a little piece of shit that just won't crawl out of the closet, then you're dead to me. And I just don't agree with that. You're not uniting the people, and I think that's what America really needs right now.
Uh-oh.
And we haven't seen that in so long, but we saw it a little bit with Donald Trump, I think, when we got like somewhat of the nation just like trying to stand up for what it was worth, like maybe before like the 1960s sort of thing. I think that's what he was trying to do. I don't know. I might be talking out my ass, but we haven't seen any like unity in any politics in the past. When I've grown up, Ryan, and as you as well as a common millennial, and it's really heartbreaking actually, because I want someone that I can vote for on the Democratic side and the Republican side. Like, I want to see that. I want to see a good person between both. And then we have, I'm sorry, but we have so much fucking corruption in the entire U.S. government that I'm so pissed off about both sides that I can't root for our country right now. Mic check.
Mic drop, you mean?
No, mic check. I just want to make sure it's still working.
It's a good save.
Yeah.
Hair basket. Killed her husband. Whacked.
All right, can we take a 5-minute break so I can go smoke a cigarette?
You gotta smoke a cigarette.
I always have to smoke a cigarette.
I don't know how to pause it.
Well, we'll just edit it later.
All right.
You can't pause this shit?
Well, I don't know. If I stop the recording and record it again, it's gonna make a whole new thing.
We can piece it together.
Here, I'll mark the clip. So you can edit it.
We can edit. I'm sorry, I didn't do anything with that first edit. My bad.
Well, you still can.
Oh, no. I'll get on it. My bad. Wait. I'm sorry.
All right.
Can we get some
I'm
water?
going to keep it rolling, but I just marked the clip.
All right, what time is it? 11:16? Okay.
Take your time, sweetheart.
That was a intermission.
I marked it again.
So, all right. So let's talk. So Alex
Berenson, dude.
Same thing. Berenson. Sorry.
Could we talk about a whole different guy? Completely different guy.
Maybe.
And he's going, what the hell? Why does this guy keep saying my name?
Yeah, he's like, God damn. I've been mentioned so much on Twitter tonight. All right, so let's talk about the people that have been canceled on the right wing side of things. Everyone.
We've talked about one of them.
Yeah.
Alex.
What about Alex Jones? What's your thoughts about Alex Jones?
I think he's entertaining.
Okay.
I think he says some crazy shit, but he's been right.
He has
more
been
than you would, a lot more than I think any of us are comfortable with.
Yeah. The Sandy Hook thing's like
that's not good.
He was wrong. Let's just
he was 100% wrong.
Clear the air there. He was completely wrong.
That was a terrible thing that he did.
And the he should owe all those families all the money that he is being sued for. I think that was the worst thing that you could make an exaggeration about. That you could
say that it wasn't real.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
When you have people that are like, yeah, my kid's dead.
When you have children and and they're like, yeah. And then you have some guy just going on and you're like, oh yeah, no, those were all actors. And parents are just like, Alex, my fucking child died.
I just buried my kid.
Right.
That's fucked up.
You're a piece of shit for that. And I'm not saying that Alex Jones is a good person, but he has been right about a lot of stupid shit. So we'll make Alex Jones into another episode because I want to go into him.
What? Hold on.
Wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
And that was a great podcast. So everyone have a good night. No, we want to divulge into the story of Alex Jones another time about our claims tonight. And we will go about that meticulously and with research behind it. And we'll tell you where he's wrong and right. This first episode, we're just starting out, okay? Baby steps. Baby steps. Maybe that'll be next episode. Maybe
Listen here.
Okay.
What do you do late at night? How many Alex Jones videos do you watch?
I don't.
Underwear?
Well, I'm wearing pants tonight, so I'm good for tonight. But typically,
it's not what I asked.
Never, hardly ever.
Hardly
Usually late
ever.
at night. Never. I've never had my pants off while watching Alex Jones. Have you ever seen his? Have you ever seen the Bon Iver Alex Jones clip of him? Oh, you want me to pull it up because it's so fucking
Absolutely.
funny. It is gorgeous, and I listen to it actually about every quarter.
Once a quarter?
Oh, it's so funny, dude. Here. Let's play audio from this.
If you share.
Wait, why is it?
I can hear it.
Hold on.
See if you can share it.
Yep. Can you not see it?
No, you're not sharing.
Oh, it's on the wrong screen. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Make sure it's going.
Oh my God! Yes, I have.
Yes, well, we're gonna share it for the audience because it's such a good song, but it's so funny because the shit that he says is so weird. So maybe Alex Jones will be episode 2. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm down to clown. All right, let's roll this fucking.
All right. Well, I'm just trying to make sure it's not rolling through my speakers and into my headset. Rather, can you hear it?
No, you haven't.
Can you hear that?
No.
Shit.
What'd you do?
You could hear it before, though. Wait. Can you hear it now? Oh shit.
No.
Oh my God. Well, we'll just pause it for the time being.
Do you want me to see if I can pull it up on mine?
Hold on, just give me a second, dude. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm angry. No, still on? Yeah, go ahead and pull it up on yours. Just type in Bon Iver, Alex Jones. You'll find it real quick. It's so funny. Yeah, I don't know what that's through.
I can't. It's not even playing.
I might have to put my speakers next to it. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Here. Let's put my mic right next to my speakers. I'll share it. Hold on. Should be fine.
Hold on a second here.
Here we go.
Hold on a second. Can you hear that?
Negative.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Oh, no.
Let me see if I can share mine real quick. Let's try this. What the fuck?
Trying to share my screen?
Entire screen? Or just window?
Yes.
Can you hear that?
Negative, Storm Rider.
Damn, I can hear it in mine. What the heck, man?
Hey, we're gonna work out these technical difficulties, and we're gonna be really solid by like episode 3. Oh, I can hear it now. Turn it up. There you go. Put it on full screen there. There you go. They really crawl out from under rocks. Left peace. Turn up. Turn up. Man.
Sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman. His mother wears a hood over her head.
What the hell?
That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. We don't even notice how the sun's rising up.
I love how animated he is.
I'm so pissed. Gonna stare your daughter at the mall. I'm gonna stare your wife, your son. I'm gonna stab you with a butcher knife. And then this chief is gonna say, we love our Muslim. Oh, they're so good.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, fuck that up. Oh, it's so funny.
That is incredible.
So funny. I mean, I think we have the juice for the next episode. You know, Alex Jones.
The Jews? Did you say the Jews?
The juice. You know.
Oh, the juice.
The juice. Like, why do we have the juice for him? Why do we hate Alex Jones? Why do we love him? Or why do we don't?
Because he's
I think
hilarious.
that's just it. I don't know if we got a lot done during this episode, Ryan.
I think we did.
I think we established a narrative to a degree.
I think we did too.
I think
it's only up from here.
or down.
Just depends where you're standing.
Yeah. I don't know. Dude, okay, so here's a couple topics that I've been thinking of over the week. I really want to talk about 9/11.
I know you do.
I really do. I've been wanting to divulge into this for a long time. I think 9/11 for me is going to be like a 5-hour episode. And I want to do a lot of research, so it's going to come later. Way later.
That's fine. I'm going to be like Steven Crowder, man. Because I think this is one where you and I are kind of at odds at.
Oh, you think
we talked about this?
You think it's like true, and I think it's like Fox, FAUX, like a foe.
Foe, yeah. You think it's an inside job?
I do. I really do. So I'd really like to talk about that. We're not going to get into it. What else are we talking about?
There's a million things, dude.
Dude, there's so many.
There's a million things. I don't even want to.
Yeah, there's a. Hold on. Here's the thing. So we can make this broadcast based on the iceberg conspiracy theory, which I will pull up right now. And we can talk about all these. And that might be fun for a lot of people. But there's so many topics that are just so far-fetched that I just can't even comprehend. Like, holy shit, where's this picture at? Oh, we will talk about it, but basically it means, like, you know how an iceberg, Ryan, you only see 25% of it, right?
Yep.
But what's beneath that?
Titanic saw all of it.
No, you fucking dumbass. 25% is the iceberg showing, but 75% is below the surface, right?
Yeah.
So, meaning, most of the truth is just...
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, well, there might be some idiots listening to the show that just might not understand. So I'm just trying to say, there's a lot of truth above the surface that might sound right, that just aren't. But I think we should really divulge into Alex Jones now that we are doing this first episode.
I'll talk about Alex Jones.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to listen to. Fun to hear about.
We've got the Merc stuff, the particle accelerator, and how people think.
What about who's the fucking guy? Sorry, we get all our contacts from GRA apparently. Alex Lifeson or something that was on Area 51 that talks about aliens and like being in the like space.
You mean Bob Lazar?
Bob Lazar, yes, yeah. I mean, I don't
That
think
started back in
aliens
the
are.
80s.
Yeah, I don't think aliens are a conspiracy theory. I think that's just.
No, I don't think they're a conspiracy theory. I think the conspiracy theory is like, have they visited us?
100%.
Well, I mean, you don't know. Maybe. You'd see some evidence. Well, like the Merc or the particle accelerator, there's a conspiracy about the particle accelerator and how people think it's altered
Wait,
reality.
Are you talking about, you said Merc?
Mm-hmm.
No, what's going on? No, it's not called Merc. What?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's not called Merc.
Yeah, huh?
Yes, it's not. Yes, it's not.
You said yes, it's not? Nice.
Yeah, about.
Yeah, dude. The particle accelerator. I'm pretty sure it's Merc.
It's not Merc. I know exactly what you're talking about. They have a big machine. They're trying to combine fusion to create...
particle accelerator?
They're trying to create matter.
They're creating Zamata.
Damn it. Fuck you. Create matter.
Zamata.
It's not.
Zamata.
No, it's called... you're wrong.
What's the company's name?
I'm trying to fucking think of it, and I have no idea, dude. You can't create matter, though, and they're going to destroy our world.
You're right. You can't create matter.
It starts with a B. I know that. I don't fucking know, man. Anyways, let's.
Where did I hear Merc then?
It's gonna drive me fucking insane until I hear it. Anyways, let's end this podcast because we should end it like right after the. You know what I'm talking about. We should end it right after what we're going to talk about next, which is fine. So let's, and I can edit it. Let's act like we're continuing that conversation.
It, bitch.
What is it called?
Merc, motherfucker.
MERC?
K.
No.
Yep. Merc opens application phase for next accelerator.
That's not it.
Bro. I don't know what you want from me.
MERK?
MERCK.
That's not it, dude.
Dude. I just saw it.
MERCK?
Mm-hmm.
The Vibrant and Science Technology Company. No, this is not it.
Bro.
Show me your screen.
Damn it. I gotta pull it up again.
Yeah. It's not Merck.
Merck.
Merck is a pharmaceutical research company, buddy. Yeah, it looks right. It's not fucking Merck, though. I promise you.
You sure?
Particles.
Well, then I'm going to look this up and save it for the next episode with Alex Jones.
It is... Hold on, I should...
Yeah, bitch, I was using DuckDuckGo.
No, that's who you should be fucking using. I'm using fucking Google. What is it called? Fuck. Dude, I'm gonna bust my balls tonight for this.
When you're watching Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You want me to roll the outro?
Yeah, roll the outro, and we'll just go. Hold on. Let's act like we're continuing our conversation from Alex Jones. And I'll just go ahead and do that. Yeah, man. I mean, I think Alex Jones will be fine to go with. I think. I don't know if anyone's going to be interested in that, but we'll see. What are your thoughts?
What do you mean no one's going to be interested in that?
I don't know. You think people are really going to be interested in Alex Jones? They want to hear about his story being canceled and stuff? Like, are we just really fucking doing this? Like,
it's not even about
everyone being canceled.
It's about the shit that he's talked about that's come true.
I'm just trying to point out the obvious.
All right. Well, that was episode 1.
Oh,
that was
God.
Beautiful.
What a dog shit episode.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go.
All right.
Roll it. We'll see you in the next one. Samboni.
Bye, losers.
The sponge gun. Sponge with the gun. All right.
Yeah. All right. Just.
Congratulations. You've made it to the end. You might as well tune in for the next episode of Indecent Exposure. That's all, folks. Until next time, Space Cowboy.